The HoverAir X1 Pro versus the Insta360 X2. How does the footage compare? Hey everyone, ZenRyder just dropped another video, so sit back, strap in, and watch. Now you know you should turn on the sound if you can, otherwise hopefully you can read my captions. This is Zen's first ride with his new HoverAir X1 Pro drone. He barely unboxed this thing and he keeps turning around to see if it's still following him. The folks at 00 Robotics have delivered on an amazing high-quality drone, which follows and has obstacle avoidance. Let's see how it does on this first test. This is Falls Park in Pendleton, and you can see the trees are now turning. The scenery is gorgeous, and the 4K video has a ton of detail, which has to be optimized down before uploading to the internet because most people are just looking at it on their phones anyway. But hey, honestly, it looks pretty amazing as it is. Now, Zen didn't have the beacon working yet before this ride, and the Omni-Terrain feature was not turning on as expected. Without the Omni-Terrain feature, they don't guarantee it can handle going over water or other elevation-changing paths. So, since there is a bridge coming up and people are around the corner, Zen wanted to stop and see if he could get that to turn on. This video was taken at a soccer field in Pendleton. The red and orange leaves are now falling, and the colors look incredible. Now notice how the video is coming from the front. Drones have a dolly track mode where they can stay in front of you. The tricky thing is, they need to have a camera or something at the back so they can avoid obstacles behind them as they stay in front of you. For those who are familiar with this type of footage though, know that this is not from the drone, because the unicycle is moving too fast here for a drone to keep up when moving backwards. Yes, this is footage from a 360 camera held on a selfie stick. If you can't see the selfie stick, that's because it's edited out. Go ahead and if you look carefully, you can see the hand that's holding it. But Zen has been doing this for a long time, and he spins that thing around to get different angles. He's carving and leaning while going 25 to 30 miles an hour on that smooth asphalt. You can just tell it's a lot like flying, and it's obvious he really loves riding that Master EUC. But let's get back to some of that drone footage and see how it does crossing over bridges and even flying around people. For the most part, it's doing really well. There are occasional small branches it looks like it's going to hit. In fact, it does appear to run into a couple of them when they hang down from overhead. The algorithm has a set height that you tell it to fly at, but it looks like it may need to be a bit more flexible and adjust more when needed. Several people are obviously staring not only because of the unusual EUC transportation, but because there is a drone that appears to be following this person all by itself. Kind of like when Tesla owners use the summon feature and shoppers see a driverless car going to pick up the owner. These are sights that people are simply not used to yet. The reality is that technology and change come if we're ready for it or not. So we might as well be at the front of the wave so we can find the best way to use it to our advantage. This trail goes past a dog park, and coming up it goes under a bridge which a train goes over. The trains in Pendleton can be a problem if you're trying to get somewhere in a hurry. Unless you know which roads go under the tracks and when to avoid the crossings. There is something about the drone footage that is mesmerizing. Maybe it's the height or the way the trail rolls by. Perhaps it's the varying landscape and the twists and turns that constantly change, and the anticipation of waiting for what's going to come up next. Whatever it is, there is something peaceful about the footage that is very different from the 360 camera views. I'm not sure which one I like better. After this bridge, the trail goes by the baseball fields in town. All summer long, these fields are filled with kids playing baseball and parents watching the action. There's a lot of parking because the families have this place packed even during school in the evenings. The fields on the end are used for football practice too. When it's not in peak season though, it's a fun place to ride and cruise around the pavement. So let's go back to some of the 360 footage of this ride. It definitely has a different feel to it. Instead of the slower pace where you can see the rider and all the landscape in front of you, the rider appears to be much closer. It's a more intimate feeling where it seems like you're riding along. It's often a faster pace because you don't have to worry about the drone keeping up, as EUCs can definitely leave all but the fastest of drones in the dust. The action and varying angles make for a more intense and exciting viewing experience, but maybe a combination of different footage all weaved together would tell an even better story. For instance, Zen didn't get a droney zoom video or a bird's eye view shot, which would have been interesting. I'll make sure to talk to him about that. But aside from that, this video gives a nice mix of scenic footage from the drone and some faster-paced visuals on a track. Finishing up, back on the drone. Whoa, it just threaded the needle with that branch. Notice this mom isn't concerned for her son, and the boy is peppering her with questions about what futuristic mode of transportation they have just witnessed. Since the drone height is higher than a person's head, there is little risk of it hitting someone as long as it maintains altitude. The bridge goes over Fall Creek, where all the kids like to play in the water when it's hot in the summer. Apparently, this guy was happy to move to the side of the trail because he said he wanted to see what Zen was riding and if the drone was going to follow him. One thing is that the beacon is supposed to extend the range of the drone significantly. Plus, it gives the owner a visual view of what the drone is seeing and is able to record audio of the person holding the beacon. I'm sure Zen will do another video of those features once he gets those details figured out. Also, this video is in horizontal format, which is not ideal for most social media platforms, but I like the fact that we can see all the beautiful trees and other scenery which might get chopped off in a vertical video format. What do you think? Do you prefer vertical or horizontal formatted video? Leave a comment or like and subscribe for more videos like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know Zen likes to make them because he wants to grow the sport and let people know about the micro-mobility options that are available. If even one person gets excited about the PEVs, or even just learns about a new place they haven't seen before, then he'll consider that a success. I hope you like seeing the new HoverAir X1 Pro in action and seeing the comparison of drone versus 360 camera footage. Zen says he hopes to see you on a PEV group ride somewhere in Indy soon. Thanks for watching.